Honestly, this may not be a problem for most of you, but if you are like me, you probably care about the price of gold and silver, and you may find it weird that you can trade 100 copper coins for 1 gold coin. Seriously, take a look at the prices of 1 kilogram of gold, 1 kilogram of silver, and 1 kilogram of copper, and you'll understand what I mean. As you can see, and by doing some very much straightforward math, we have that 1 gold goes for about 100 silver, well, 68 silver, but we round that up. A lot. If you look at copper and silver, 1 kilogram of silver goes for about the same price as 100 kilograms of copper. So, to those who have decided to stick around for now, I bring you the silver standard. I first heard of the silver standard in this post on Reddit by the user Bortas, so remember to maybe give him some love. The link is in the description down below. I do need to give a small disclaimer though. This system does not apply to most settings, especially if you are playing in a high magic setting. So don't follow this needlessly. Seriously, high magic settings are basically the Wild West when it comes to physical object-based economies. In any case, the gold standard, the one that comes in the rules of D&D, gives you the standard prices for items in gold pieces, and the usual exchange between all the coins goes as follows. Starting at 100 copper, you divide that by 10 to get the value in silver, 10 silver pieces in this case. The same goes from silver to gold, so from these 10 silver pieces you would get 1 gold piece. Now, if you're a big brain boy like me, you are now beginning to see the flaws within this system, at least when compared to the values that we have seen before. For the silver standard, or as I like to call it, the Chad standard, you walk in hundreds. So 10,000 copper pieces gives you 100 silver pieces, and those 100 silver pieces gives you 1 gold. You're probably asking, but Push Wizard, how do I go from my lowly gold standard to the glorious silver standard? Well, first of all, silly. I'm just an image on your screen, so I cannot hear you nor communicate with you. Unless... well, this is awkward. When going from the gold to the silver standard, the fix is straightforward, but it can get kinda messy. Basically, gold in the gold standard is the equivalent of silver in the silver standard, while the copper stays the same. This is going to be a lot of information, so I need you to put your big boy pants on and try to follow along. Don't worry if you can't or simply don't want to, I left a Google Sheets document on the description for you to use. So, copper value remains the same as I said before, and the gold in the gold standard gets turned into silver in the silver standard. Now, this is where it gets tricky. For the silver in the gold standard, we first turn it to gold while still in the gold standard. Then we go from the gold standard to the silver standard and multiply by 100 to get the value of the silver in copper coins for the silver standard. By changing into the silver standard, you get to have a bigger variation of prices without the awkward feeling of giving gold left and right. No more paying for 5 beers with 2 gold and barely getting any change. Now the mere mention of gold to your players will make them soil their undies. It gives gold the weight it deserves. And well, that's pretty much all the information you need to know about the silver standard. I will leave some important links down in the description, along with the spreadsheet I mentioned before. I would also really appreciate it if you tell me your opinions about this economic change, and, if you liked this video, remember to offer me your soul by subscribing. It's the only currency I'm actually truly interested in. Go on, do it.